I'm here with actor Brandon Gill, who sat down with me a couple of years ago, so we're going to do a little catching up interview.
Yeah.
If people didn't see that interview, which shame on them if they didn't,
Oh my gosh, how long ago was that too?
it was a long time. Yeah. We were moving on up from Dodger Stage's courtyard in
Oh,
the
come
cloud
on.
to our own private little. we're moving up in the world, Brandon.
Yeah, come on, we have to.
So, for people who didn't see that interview, why don't you talk a little bit about what brought you to the acting world as a career?
Yeah. What brought me to the acting world as a career? When I was 5, I told my mother I wanted to be inside the television. So cool, she put me in like a musical theater class, and I was like, okay, this dancing and acting is cool with the singing thing that I want to do. At the end of the program was a showcase with managers and agents. My manager met my parents, and that's when she signed me. So I started working professionally when I was 11, and then from then on, it's been history, kind of.
Yeah, and you've worked very steadily in theater, film, television.
Yeah.
Do you have one of the mediums that you're more comfortable in or feel more connected to?
I think they're all different. They all provide different things. Like, theater is the foundation for all acting, I believe. And so I like that I can do film, television, Broadway, and like keep doing that. Like 2 days ago, I recorded an audiobook, which I'm really excited about. John Green's new book that's coming out actually in the holiday season.
What was that like, recording an audiobook and still having to act, but yet you didn't act against anybody unless were you recording with other people?
No.
Yeah, so
It's you, and you
it's
do
hard,
all the
right? 'Cause
voices, and
you're acting against yourself almost.
it's a different muscle.
Yeah.
Like I was speaking to the producers about it, and it works a good muscle that sometimes you don't get to work on theater.
And that was your first audiobook, right?
That was my 5th
It was your
audiobook.
5th.
Yeah.
Does it get easier, or you would learn like the tricks?
Oh,
of
it's
the trade to
definitely
get-
gotten easier. Because sometimes it can be tedious.
yeah.
Just like, then the words start to float around. You need a break for a second. Remembering all the voices. My first audiobook I did was a Walter Dean Myers book. And the last chapter was all the characters in a book sitting down for dinner. And it's just remembering all those voices. And like that was the crazy part.
Now, you have very boyish, younger leading man looks, and then you open your mouth and your voice projects an older, not more mature, an older gentleman. Let's put it that way. I don't want anybody to think you're mature.
An
but
adult.
Yeah, an adult. Unlike the hard partying kid that you really are.
Right.
Has that proved challenging for you when you were going up for roles that age-wise you're more
Sometimes
right
I think I'm hitting that now, if anything. I'm not going to speak that into existence, but what I'm is that I look younger. With some casting directors, they know that I'm older.
Okay.
Or directors like, oh, they know actually how old I am. So
for you now, you want to start playing people who are closer to your age. You don't want to not go backwards, but play younger.
I want to again
still past high school.
Yeah, listen, I want to do it all.
Yeah.
Truly, sincerely do it all. So if I'm gonna play younger for a while, that's okay. Eventually, I will get there.
Yeah, I think maybe the difference between when you started out and now is with so many more vehicles to star in.
Yeah.
The things are probably written a little bit more current than the cliched high schooler. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
They're a little bit more
of
in
an
depth.
opportunity.
There's there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's definitely more material and meat to play with now.
Yeah.
Even with like younger characters.
What you just wrapped a run
Yes.
off Broadway.
It was called As Much As I Can. It was at Joe's Pub, produced by Harley and Company, great creative studio team. And that was great. We did like 10 performances. It was almost like their pilot presentation because they really would like it to go somewhere, maybe probably even bigger than theater.
Yeah.
It's a good, cool production. Liked being part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've guest starred on a ton of New York episodic shows. Blue Bloods, I believe, was one. Were you on Instinct? I think that was
Law and Order.
Law and Order. Well, of course, you have to be on Law and Order. You're not
Right,
allowed
or
to.
you're not a real actor.
How to do a horror film too? Did you do one of those?
I actually did. I did 2.
Wow.
But I actually just did one last summer, which I'm so excited about.
That's cool.
It's called Bashira. It's a Japanese horror film.
Are they different than American horror films?
I'm going to say yes. I mean, because actually Japanese language actually spoke in the film, but also it's based off a Japanese folklore. A
Interesting.
ghost, demon, girl, thing.
Aren't they all? No.
Right.
I just lost every female follower that I had. I'm just
Right.
kidding, ladies. Relax. I'm not drunk. Relax.
Oh gosh.
I know.
But yeah,
Like if you were, you would admit to that.
but yeah, that was cool. So did that last year. Probably do some ADR in the next couple of weeks for it.
Where did you shoot it?
Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
And Buffalo's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I
Especially now,
never-
it'd probably be even better.
Yeah, I had never been. I was there for like 6-7 weeks.
Did you shoot it in the summer?
Yeah, we shot July to August. Yeah,
Right in the
it
dead of
was
summer.
really nice. It was so nice.
Hopefully it takes place also in the summer, so you didn't have to be overdressed.
It does. It
That's
did take
good.
place.
That's very good.
It did. It did take some. That was cool.
Nobody wants to be running around in flannels through the woods getting hacked.
I know. But it was good.
Now, obviously, you can't speak about that film. What happens to you?
Yes.
Can you tease a little bit about your character, and did you die in your first two?
Oh, so it's funny. In the first horror film I did, I was already dead.
Oh,
So I didn't die in the movie, but my character is dead. In this film, I will not tell you if I live or die.
of course.
Which is cool. What can I tease you about my character? My
Is he
character.
dead or alive? No.
Right. He's
At the
a
end.
young aspiring rapper.
Okay.
Or like artist, like music producer. So I get to do a little like rapping in the movie.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. I actually Nixon Fong. He won the Oscar for special effects. I know he did The Matrix, and he created the algorithm that they basically use to make CGI look more real. And so he was the director of this film, and so all of our green screen and our special effects I think are going to be really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a higher budget horror film than the other two that you did?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Had you rapped before, or was this like your first experience?
I mean, I did Holler If You Hear Me on Broadway, which was the Tupac musical. So I definitely had done the rapping thing. I mean, just besides my personal life, just music and whatnot. But actually having to rap on stage, totally, that was the...
Do you use music to get yourself amped up for a performance, whether it be on stage or in film, or
Sometimes.
yeah?
I remember using music when I did, what was that TV show? Detroit 187.
I think that's when we last spoke. I think that's what was
Yeah, almost.
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detroit 187, I did that, and like I remember sitting in my trailer just using some music to get me in the zone for my confession scene. That's cool. I mean, I think music, it can make you feel.
Yeah, and there are, with the advent of so many streaming platforms and shows, there are so many more opportunities for people like yourself who are so talented. What are some of the things that you have gone out for, whether you got them or not, that you wouldn't have had the opportunity had these new ways of getting your career out there? Even so far as doing something where it's seen on YouTube for, a lot of
What's happening? Well, I guess like, for example, like commercially, what's happening commercials? Like, there's a lot more internet commercials. Usually it's like cable or national. Now they're doing a lot of new media, I think is what the contract is called. Like a lot of new media commercials, which is cool. Doesn't pay as much in terms of the residuals,
Yeah.
but it's more frequent. So
So it kind of balances.
yeah, so it kind of balances out. Like, I would get more internet auditions. What else? Just more, the fact that there's just new platforms, it's like a lot of new material.
And there's a lot of stuff
Yeah, so
in New York
so that's-
taping, which is great.
So that's the best part. There's just new stuff now.
Have you found it also to be more inclusive and have a more diverse cast?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
Wouldn't that be great if we didn't have to ever talk about that? And it was just
I know, but it's a
Brandon
real thing.
on
And
television, not Brandon who is African American,
Right.
or this person who is Asian, or
yeah,
this
who has
person
to
who
play
is
that.
gay.
Yeah.
Can it just be Brandon as an
right,
actor?
just be the actors. Like,
It's a shame that people have to fight for inclusion in projects these days.
I always say that I wish that directors, casting directors, or it's the money people who are making artistic decisions. And let us just be actors. Let me transform. I promise you, I can do it.
Yeah, it'd be great if they could just throw you behind a screen, let you do the audition,
Right.
and not see who you are.
And listen, like, let me, I promise. But
I guess then you might get someone who's like really, really bad looking, and they would,
You know?
then they would be not physically right for the part. I shouldn't say it like that, not bad looking, but like they might not physically embody
Yeah.
the character, but it should
it just
also
might not be the energy.
be by talent. You shouldn't be, because there's probably roles you don't even submit yourself for because it's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
right nationality or the right
Oh, for
age
sure.
or the right whatever. It's like if
And
they
you
can
know
make
what's so
Mandy Moore look
funny?
70 or 80, however old she is in this, you can also look older. You can look younger.
Right.
Like, I think makeup has come a long way where you don't look like fake.
What's also so funny about that is I tend to book a lot of things that are open ethnicity, which is just interesting as opposed to when you're looking for a black boy or you're looking for a white boy or whatever.
Right.
Now, when they're looking for everyone, then I book it. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
Yeah, no,
just
how
that
you're-
happens too.
what's your experience in the industry? So
Right.
it is interesting.
I think
Did you feel that pressure coming into the industry when you were just starting out more so than now? Or was it something you didn't really pay attention to?
the
in
pressure
term-
of
of trying to book roles and be seen because the roles were less diverse when you were starting
Mm-hmm.
out? I mean, it's not like you're 75 years old, but
I would say no. I think if I wasn't the right type for the role, I still got into the room because I have a degree from Juilliard.
yeah,
And so, regardless if they think I'm good or not, that may have opened
that
some
esteem
doors.
comes with esteem, yeah.
So, that's cool.
interesting. Yeah. It would be great if it wasn't like people were not cast stereotypically and
Yeah,
were
yeah.
given the opportunity to play different roles. And
And gosh, I hesitate to say this, like if I believe it's totally true or not. I think in America we have a lot to work on when it comes to casting.
100%.
The Brits, however, they seem to have a little bit better handling on when it comes to casting people of color. It's not necessarily a role that has to be a person of color. Like
Right.
they're just people.
Right. I feel like the things that people now say out loud are the things that actors may have been dealing with their whole life based on being pigeonholed into
Yeah,
a
yeah,
certain
yeah.
category. But now the entire country is now.
Yeah,
just
now people are talking
being-
like, oh, okay,
Yeah, it's not a big deal. And
it's a
like,
thing.
It's getting worse. If it's getting worse, that's not a good thing. Like
Right.
if so many people are talking about it, as opposed to just it being an acting thing.
All right,
of-
just being in the arts world, the people
Right,
who it
now it's
really,
like-
really affects.
yeah, it's
Like, oh, great, now everyone can see.
now you can't be yourself anywhere. You're just going to be judged no matter who you are.
But yeah, I think
It's
the Brits, they
fantastic.
have they're getting better at that. They have a handle on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we can learn some things from them. At the same time, we need to start casting more American actors.
Uh-huh.
Just here, period. We
Yeah.
do cast a lot of British actors. And I think they're great. I think there are some great American actors too.
It's probably, I may be putting words in your mouth, but when they stunt cast on Broadway, when there's so many theater
Yeah.
actors here in New York, and it gets stunt cast
Yeah.
with someone else to draw ticket sales. Obviously, that's
Absolutely.
and they're very talented. I just
Yes,
saw
absolutely.
Tom
It's-
Hiddleston and Charlie Cox, and they were amazing in
Talented.
in
Well,
Betrayal.
can't deny it.
But then there are others who feel like, oh well, there's got to be Broadway
Where
actors
was
that are
yeah?
just as
Where was their
strong. It's like-
Broadway American equivalent that could have
yeah.
done that?
It's like a double-edged sword. It's like we have to make money, but yet
Absolutely.
there has to be theater actors that are part of it. I mean, that's a bad example. It's a really small cast. It's only the 3 people. So
Well, it's interesting you said that because I'm about to do A Christmas Carol on Broadway,
really,
which is transferring from London,
very cool.
and I get to play Fred,
Mhm.
which is Scrooge's nephew.
Interesting.
Scrooge is Campbell Scott. He's clearly white,
Right.
and I get to play his nephew.
That's
And
very
I think
cool.
that's really awesome that is happening
Mhm.
on the scale of the caliber that it is.
Yeah, absolutely. When does that open?
We start rehearsals on Monday, September 30th. We start
Glad I got you in
previews.
before that.
Yeah, no,
You'll be
seriously,
disappearing
seriously.
from civilization.
For real.
Remember Brandon? I can see him in December.
I know.
or when the show
I
opens.
know.
Yeah. Is it an open-ended one?
No,
or is
we're
it
gonna go
like
from like November 20th,
Mhm.
I think, to like January 5th.
well, that's
right for the holiday
It's your
season.
Broadway debut, right?
This is going. This will. Well, yes. Well, technically, no, because in Holler If You Hear Me, I was an understudy, but I did get to go on.
Okay.
but this will actually be from beginning to end. It's
role
my role,
yeah.
my principal role on
That's
stage
crazy.
every night.
Do you feel it harder to be the understudy though, because you have to know so many tracks?
Oh my goodness!
Or did you
Understudies,
Yeah.
swings, covers. They are unsung heroes. Oh my goodness! I think that the anxiety and I think the specificity and that comes along with, you're really almost like the backbone of a production. Because really, truly, without you, it actually couldn't happen. If one person is out, like everything is now going to depend on you.
Yeah.
Like you know it. Did you learn it? Yeah.
You're an extremely confident young man, from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
We don't hang out on the regular, but from the way you present yourself and the way that you speak, do you have more of a sense of not worry, but since you're now starring in this Broadway show and you have to do the work to be a featured character, do you feel there's more of a pressure on you to put in? No, I don't know. I don't want to say put in harder work, but like you're featured. Like this is your big breakout right now.
I think it might be actually a release.
I was
like,
you're trying to fly away.
Actually, right.
Bye, Brad. He's got a jet. He's got
right. Please. I think it'll be a release because I actually get to go up there and like do what I do, like do what I normally do, as opposed to an understudy. You're not trying to replicate the person who you're understudying, but there's a very specific box that the character kind of falls under, and as an understudy or a cover, you do want to go out there and you do feel like, oh, I gotta show you I could actually do this.
Yeah.
Like this is why I was the understudy, as opposed to when you're cast in a role, you kind of like, I was casted because I can do this.
That's amazing. That's so cool that you're doing this.
So it's a blessing, man. I'm really excited about it.
Does that have to put your TV and film pursuits on hold because you got to devote so much time?
Well, which is really great is it's happening during the holiday season, and it's really chill, and it's perfect that it ends January 5th, right in time for pilot season.
Oh yeah, that's true. Couldn't be more perfect.
Oh, it couldn't be. It couldn't be.
And it's a show like that. It's a limited.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Like it's gonna be tourists gonna come. It's gonna be family oriented. I think it's gonna be a great little experience. Like I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so excited about that.
What are some of the TV roles you have you booked? Anything that's going to be airing this season?
Not going to be airing this season. The last thing I did on TV was Blue Bloods. I mean, episodic. Besides, did a couple of commercials recently that are now coming out.
Yeah,
Subway commercial that's out.
That's
cool.
That's got to be a weirder experience when you're doing a commercial because you're going to be seen by so many more people. If you don't watch Blue Bloods, it's like,
it's
Brandon's on Blue Bloods, you'll get your family, your friends, your fans that know you,
right,
that follow your career, they're gonna watch you. But then you could start to be getting recognized for like,
commercials.
Oh, you're the Subway guy.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be,
which is, I mean,
yeah, it's interesting. It's like, it's so weird. And then you're like, oh, well, wait, he's an actor. He's been in a million things.
Right. You're like,
and you don't take notice.
I've actually done other things that you think probably way cooler than this little Subway commercial, but thanks. yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
How do you keep yourself motivated to move towards, I don't want to say bigger and better because that has a negative connotation, but just keep propelling yourself forward and not going backwards. It's a very tough industry to do something like that.
The first thing that came to mind was faith. I think it's a faith-based business. You have to truly believe that this is what you were meant to do. You have to truly believe that this talent, this gift, was placed in you for a purpose, especially the want for it, like my desire for it is so big.
There's a difference between a desire to fulfill your dreams in the arts and to be famous. Like if you're doing it to be famous, then you're gonna probably fall short.
Right, and being famous is not a bad thing. I mean, do I want to be famous? Yes, in short.
Right.
But I think to be more specific with that is like I want to be well known for my art and for doing it well.
Right. And I think that's where the balance lies. You don't want to just be famous.
Right.
Like, oh, everybody's going to know me. I'm the next big action star.
Specificity in
people
your art.
knowing you just for that. You don't want to be known as a body. You want to be known
right.
as an actor.
I want to be an artist or known as an artist. So like faith and like believing in oneself, and also my group of friends. I have a,
Keep you grounded.
a cool group of friends who are all artists
Mm-hmm.
and who some are way more successful than I am. Like, you know, Corey Hawkins and Tiana
Mm-hmm.
Paris and
I
Danielle
think we talked about this because I
Brooks
think
and, like,
Corey
you
was.
know,
I think Corey was starting out on Broadway when we.
yeah,
sat down
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
probably
time.
Romeo and
Or no,
Juliet.
he had just joined 24 maybe.
Or that too, but
It
you
might have
know,
been that,
any
yeah.
of those awesome things, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and to watch my friends and to watch them do it, like even my friends Darius and Mechi, and to watch them continue the trajectory
Mm-hmm.
of their careers and like always getting to the next step makes me want to get to my next step. Like, yeah, like
Yeah,
let
but
me
they're
keep
probably saying
going.
the same about you though. Like,
That's the thing, but that's good. It's
yeah,
it's reciprocal.
I know
It's
that's what,
very
and that makes it important to have that kind of.
absolutely, like, you know,
Not like, oh well, I booked
Yeah, yeah,
24
yeah.
and I'm going to be on this
Oh,
and that,
no.
and you're sitting here feeling like, oh well.
I'm
ooh,
like,
yeah.
come on, brother, yes.
If you're not going to be supportive, then
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Why? And what is
too
for
many
you
people want
is
to tear each
for
other
you.
down. Yeah.
Truly, truly what is for you is for you. Can't nobody say no
Mm-hmm.
if God says yes.
That's right.
And like, and that's really it.
Was faith important to you when you were growing up, or did you come to that?
Yeah, it
over,
was,
like-
but I think it was a peripheral thing.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like, oh yeah, my parents, and like, oh yeah, we prayed for dinner. Like, it wasn't until like I graduated, maybe like when I was like 22,
Mhm.
when I started to actually form a personal faith-based relationship, and realizing that it was important to me.
You're based here in New York.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans or desire to go out to LA? And
I do have a lot of curiosity. It's funny, I said to my team, I was like, after I do Christmas Carol, I was like, I'll have a couple of dollars, like maybe I should go like try LA for like pilot season.
Mhm.
It's a conversation to be had.
Yeah.
But I definitely think about it.
I mean, it's not like you can't audition from here and go there to do the
Right, and that's
do
the thing
roles,
about
but
this great is
placing
that
yourself out there is a different mindset.
it is it's a different mindset, but also even politics and game wise, like even though I book most of my film and television from New York, going out there during pilot season, it might be harder to get me into a room as opposed to in New York. These casting directors know me, so I definitely get to the room easier. I would probably just be a little bit more selling and pushing out there in LA, but which is fine, you know.
Yeah. This Japanese horror film that you did, will it be marketed over there as well?
Yes.
See, that's going to be very interesting for you because
That's the cool part, because things get
there's a couple people who I've interviewed that have been in musical groups here.
Yeah.
Have gone on tour in
Oh my
Tokyo
goodness.
and Japan, and it's like they're like the Beatles.
superstars.
It's really crazy how different it is.
And we were talking about that a little bit. I was like, you know, especially because like it's a Japanese-based American horror film, and so I was like, I think they're gonna really love this,
Right.
like, and that would be great to have a fan base over there.
Yeah, that would be really
Cool.
something, and probably something you didn't think about
Oh,
when you got
not
into
at
the
all.
industry.
Not at all. Not
I mean,
at-
unless you want to be like The Rock or like
right,
that
like, you know,
stature
again,
of actor.
again, do I want to be world famous? Absolutely.
Mhm.
Just got to be specific about
Right.
what kind and for what.
Who were some of the people that you looked up to, acting wise, either from
Man.
when you decided you wanted to be an actor, or even today? Like, 'cause it's going to constantly change, I would think.
It does constantly change, and it's always a question that kind of like stumps me in a way, because I'm one of those weird actors who doesn't watch a lot of television.
Interesting.
But of course, I'm inspired by people all the time, seeing their work in plays, see some people in commercials, and I'm like, that was good.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know, so there's so many people out there that I think are awesome. I'm trying to think of some of my peers that I can like shout out. Like, of course, I think
You already did Corey. Like, enough.
Yeah, like, you
enough
know,
of that guy.
I think, like-
He's gonna get a residual for the interview.
Right, listen, okay?
He's gonna be on next. He's gonna be talking about you.
Right, please. But yeah, like there's so many artists out there that are constantly just like going to see plays or going to see musicals, and like, wow, that was awesome, good work, and like that's really, I just want to be part of that world.
Is there a musical type show that you would like to be a part of? Not necessarily rap based, but like, do you have something that you're really shooting for? Is Christmas Carol going to be music?
Yeah,
Musical?
to play with. Yeah,
It's play with
they
music?
consider it a play with music because it's
Gotcha.
going to be because I believe there's no new music. It's all Christmas
Okay.
songs. But I I want to be in like a pop rock musical, like or like I saw Beetlejuice the other day, which
That
I
was
thought
good.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I worked with Alex Timbers before, and I think he's like an awesome director and just a visionary.
Uh-huh.
So it was really nice to look at. I loved working with him. I did what did I do with him? Oh, The Last Goodbye. It was a rock musical of Romeo and Juliet out in California a couple of years ago at the Old Globe, which is really cool. Got to play Benvolio, so I got to do Shakespeare and sing. It's like the best combination of my degree ever.
Yeah, that's cool.
But not specificity is key, and so now I'm going to go back and get specific about this thought
Yeah.
because I don't know. I know I just want to do it.
Can you sing well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I did. I was nominated for.
I love the preface.
Right. I was nominated for a Lucille Lortel for Best Featured Actor in a Musical for Bella. It was called Bella, an American Tall Tale at Playwrights Horizons.
Mhm.
Was that last year? Last year or 2 years ago, yeah. So yeah, I could say.
That's like an amazing thing to say that you've been nominated for an award.
It's cool. It's really cool. Again, it's a blessing to be acknowledged for your art,
Mhm.
you know? That's the exciting part. Like, you want to be humble, but at the same time, as an actor, you're like, notice me, like, acknowledge it.
Do you have any drive or desire to write your own projects, or write for someone else? Doesn't necessarily obviously have to be for you, but you have ideas you want to throw out for public
Do I want
consumption?
to write? Would I want to write? I would write. I think I'd be good on a writing team. Like, you know, I always say that I'm not the best for the blank piece of paper, but if you give me some ideas in a box and like some guidelines, or like you want me to enhance something, I think that's where my artistic abilities come into play.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you to make your featured Broadway
Yes.
debut. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully we can catch up then.
Absolutely.
And do a big
Come
preview
see
of
the
that
show.
Yes, I will get to this.
Yeah, that one.
And yeah, maybe we'll do something from your dressing room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll have a dressing room.
Can you
See what I'm
imagine?
saying?
Like, that'll be so
No, but I
cool.
can imagine. This is the thing. Like, little, your dreams just get bigger. Like, yeah, it's just awesome.
That's the thing. Do you feel like now that this is another dream coming true?
Absolutely, 100.
Do you feel like you have to not limit your dreams, but okay, I've gotten this far. I'm now doing this part of my dream. Do I like not slow down, but like, do I just be grateful for what I have and like keep putting in the work and see where I can get higher? Or does it make you want to climb higher?
Oh, no, it makes you want to climb higher.
Yeah.
Like, great. Doing this musical, like, awesome. Next time I need to, like, be the headliner, or, like, you know, next time it needs to be a play and not a music. Like, oh, yeah, I think there's always, like you said, a bigger and better step.
Yeah.
There's always a next step. Because I don't know if I'll ever be satisfied.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
excited
know,
for
I don't know
everything.
if you ever should be satisfied.
No, I don't think. Well, no, you shouldn't be.
In a way.
Because then it's, I guess, satisfied. Yes, that you've gotten. to
Yeah,
a
yeah,
specific
yeah,
level,
yeah.
But not complacent. Where okay, now I'm done. Now I
Yeah, like, oh, I don't have
reached
to
this
now.
goal. I don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, no.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see you on stage.
Thanks,
It's gonna be
man.
awesome, man.
Thanks, I'm excited.
And hey, a three-timer interview. Wow.
Listen, come on.
When you win a Tony in the future or
Listen.
an Emmy, I want to be.
Something that happened last night on the Emmys was last night Emmys? Sunday? Yes. No. No, yes. This actress. I actually don't even know her name. Probably gonna know her name now after she won the Emmy last night, and she was from Liverpool, and she apologized to her parents for not inviting them because she said, I didn't think that this was my time.
Interesting. I didn't get to see the awards. but
And
that's
that
interesting.
just, for me, a faith-based person, that was just a word for
Yeah.
me. Because I was like, God has bigger plans for our lives sometimes than
Oh,
we can
yeah.
even imagine.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, this is not, I'm not going to get it, Mom. Don't come. and now you're an Emmy award-winning actress.
Right. And your parents were probably cursing your ass out
Right,
across
you
the
know what I'm
pond.
saying? But like, back then, she didn't think it was her time. I just thought that was
The only person
revelatory
who
for
knows
me.
when it's time is,
Yes.
is the man we can't see.
Yes, I thought that was revelatory when she said,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was my time. It was like, we all go through that, but we don't know.
Right.
I always say it takes one random audition on a Tuesday at 3 o'clock to change your life.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You never know when you're going to bump into the person that's going
Right.
to set you off on a course.
Yes. Who's going to give you the yes?
Yeah. Brandon, this was fantastic. So happy that I got to catch up with
man.
you, and I look forward to the next one
Absolutely.
towards the end of the year.
Yes, yes.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks, Brandon.